You've got your gear, your consumables, enchants are ready, you're 25, ready to go into Black Fathom Deeps. But now you're trying to figure out what MS greater than OS plus 1 means. Well, I'm going to help you out because these are the loot rules that you need to know before you go into any raid group. My name's Coyote, and that's what we'll be talking about today.
Stupid Coyote.
If you're sitting in your major city, you'll see throughout the day people are posting their Black Fathom Deep runs, but what's added to them is usually probably the loot rules, and they also want you to have your consumables, which you should. Check out my video above for that. But they're also going to be saying what the loot rolls are. So you're going to see MS greater than OS. MS greater than OS is usually the general one that you'll see, and its main spec is greater than off spec. Your main spec is the primary role you show up to the fight for. So, in the case of the video behind me, I'm as my feral druid, so I would be only rolling on probably strength and agility, leather gear, depending upon what is needed. Your off spec is going to be anything that doesn't apply to that role, and in this case, it would probably be any intellect gear, as I'm currently building an off spec set for Boomkin, in real hopes that they're going to be bringing us dual spec. It's hopes. I'm really hoping that's going to be a Season 2 thing. Some groups I've been in, they hand out loot after each boss, and other groups I've been in wait till the end to keep people from looting and scooting. Otherwise, they're just ditching once they get what they need, and ruining the run for everybody else. How you roll on loot is going to be different depending upon what group you're in. Some run the master looter system. They collect all the loot, and then they ask you to /roll for it. Others just use the in-game system and kind of hope on you to use the honor system. People and either whispered them or publicly clawed them out. I've even taken my fair share where I've accidentally rolled on something I wasn't meaning to roll on. Something I've seen loot masters do recently that I really enjoy is the main spec will always just do /roll, and off specs will do roll space 99. And that way they can look through very easily and see. And that way they can look through and very easily see who's rolling for main and who's rolling for off spec. Something else you may see is main spec greater than off spec +1. All right. This is actually a really decent system and can help you with some bad luck protection. Does it always work? No, because I've been gypped in this system too. +1 essentially means that if you've already won a main spec roll and somebody else needs on something the same way you do, they're going to have priority over it, even if you win the roll. For example, if my druid rolled need for this item, but a hunter had already won the roll and I lost to him, I would get priority over him. Now, once everybody that can roll for that item has already got their +1, it resets and you get to go again. These loot rules are usually applied to pugging. How your guild may do it if you're raiding with them is going to differ. Check with your raid leader or your guild Discord or wherever they're using to communicate to see how it's going to go out for you. There is another loot rule you can use. Personally, I don't like this one, but it is an option out there, so you need to know about it. And that's GDKP, Gold Dragon Kill Points. Personally, I'd rather this system just go away, all right? I believe it to be, now this is just me, I believe it is paying to play the game to pay to play the game, and that's all I'm saying on this. Essentially, the basics are is you're going to be joining a group where the leader is also going to act like an auctioneer. Once you complete the run and you get all the loot ready to be divvied out, there you're going to be placing bids on it using your gold. A portion of the gold is going to go to the leader for hosting the run, and maybe if there's other people in there, they're also going to get one for being a carry as well. And sometimes leaders will also give gold back to players who may have not gotten an auction at all. Yet again, personally, I do not care for that style of gameplay, but it is an option out there if you have the means to do it. Hopefully this will help you understand the basics of the loot roll systems when it comes to Black Fathom Deeps. Now this doesn't just apply to Season of Discovery, this also goes for Classic Lich King, even retail. But having this information is going to help you decide what group you want to join. Do you want to play into a main spec plus off spec? Do you want to have that bad luck protection in that +1? Or maybe you've got the gold and you want to perform into a GDKP. It's up to you. Giving the power to the players, that's what it's all about. It's Coyote here. If you found any use out of this video, do me a solid and leave a subscription, like, or drop a comment. Maybe I got something wrong. Love to hear from you. Till then, happy adventures.
Stupid Coyote.